is my pleasure to welcome all of you to this session on talent management. This topic is art of every successful organization, actually. So in today's dynamic business landscape, you all agree that where our organizations are evolving rapidly on the business side, and constantly shifting, and technology, the ability to attract the people, develop them, retain the top talent has become very critical than the earlier days. So hence the talent management is no longer just an HR function, it is a strategic business priority itself. Organization that really invest on people and for their higher productivity, identifying the high potentials, developing them, creating the future ready organization in terms of young leaders, potential leaders, and the future leaders. That helps for business to do better and also sustain the business growth. And there are many studies actually shows that one of the Gartner's survey says that 58% HR leaders says their organization struggle with the skill shortage. So how do we really feel that? That is a key and important role for all of us as HR professionals. And LinkedIn Talent Trend also says that 94% employees says they would stay longer at the company that invest on their career development. So that is why this talent management is going to be very, very critical. So as part of our ongoing skill development for HR professionals, today we have a session on talent management with very rich experienced person and the speaker whom we know, and Mr. Rajeev. It is my pleasure to invite him for this evening session. I would like to just briefly introduce a speaker to all for our better understanding. Rajeev Velur he has got almost 3 decades of HR experience, being an mechanical engineer from SIT Tumkur. He has also done his master's in HRM from Pondicherry University. He has also gone through a program of next generation CHRO from IIM Bangalore. Presently, he serves as a head HR for the printers. Mysore Pvt Ltd is one of the I would say in Karnataka premium Kannada newspaper Prajavani, and also Deccan Herald, if you have know in English newspaper. So prior to this role, he held position as a corporate HR, head HR in Kems, and his professional journey has taken him across India with international exposure, Singapore and various APAC region. So he actually his work has been recognized by various forums. Most employee connected HR leader for 2023 and top 100 HR leader in Bangalore 2024, and in state level HR Kannada conference in 2024 he was awarded as a senior HR achiever. Sir, it is our privilege to welcome you and have you for this HR sessions. Welcome to you, and without taking much time, I would request you to take this forward session. So look forward to a meaningful conversation. Thank you.
Thank you, Prakash. Thanks for that great introduction. I am looking forward to speaking to you all and sharing some of my thoughts. Thanks, Ramesh, for inviting me for this and making me do this. Can I start off with the presentation right away?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is visible?
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take, talent management into two pieces. One is talent attraction and retention, and then managing who we have hired and retained in the organization. As the great Peter Drucker says, company culture is built over years based on who you hire, promote, and retain. Now, the quality of hires, the quality of promotions, and the retentions is what will build the company culture. And company culture builds the entire business. Yeah. It also, there's a saying that best attracts best. So, hire best, retain the best, and promote the best within the organization. That will make your organization the best. Let's go to the talent attraction portion of it. Your best ambassadors are the current employees. How many of you feel this? Can you raise? Can you say type an yes in the chat? You all feel that? Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Off again. Lights up there. Yeah. Having a clear strategy to work on your company culture. How is it? First is the top-down approach. Your top management has to be breathing the culture that is to be promoted within the organization. It is very clear. If as a junior most person cannot enter into the general manager's chambers without asking a permission, that's the culture you are trying to build in. And if people are approachable, it also means that your HR team is approachable to your entire workforce. They will be open to welcoming employees, making them sit down and then talking to them about problems and trying to solve them. The second thing that you work upon is the company's reputation. Yeah, doing the right things all the time, even if nobody is doing it, you do it. A small example, like if somebody is resigning because of say health reason, that person is admitted in a hospital, and he or she comes and says, sorry, I'm really sorry, I cannot work anymore because I need some rest. I'll take 2-3 years off and then maybe I'll come back. What does the rule book say? You have to serve the notice period. Now, what will you do in this kind of a situation? Will you waive off the notice period, or will you say, sorry, we will deduct money for the notice period? See, these are very small things that builds company's reputation. I just took one small example, but definitely there are multiple examples we all can come up with. Then interview. Even during the interview, your line managers who are taking the interviews will need to be. One minute. Somebody messaged saying my voice is low. The voice is clear now. Sorry. Can somebody?
Yes, sir. It is clear.
Clear. Okay. Thank you. Okay. The interview strategies, needs to be consistent by all the managers who are interviewing. It also means some amount of investment by the HR team and the organization in training the line managers who are doing the interviews. How you interview, what questions do you ask, how do you even select good people for your organization, goes a long way. Again, referral programs, I have a mixed feelings about the referral programs. Most of you will be very, very, impressed by the referral programs about a lot of companies. But what happens in the referral programs, you will attract similar kind of people. If you are wanting a similar kind of people in the organization, similar kind of people will come in and then do similar kind of job. Similar kind of job, your growth will get restricted only to so much. But this referral programs work wonders when you want to hire somebody very quickly, and for the culture that you want to retain within the organization. Not everybody will be through the referral programs, but referral programs are great to attract talent very quickly. Have a great career page on your website. What do you do with that? Career paths. Nowadays, all the junior most employees, when you go to hire from campuses, they ask only these questions: what's my career path? uh, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, what will I become? What should I be doing to become a manager? These are some of the questions that they ask. In our times, it was different. We were very clear. We just get a job and we are happy with that. But nowadays, youngsters definitely want to join organizations who can define career paths, who have clear policies on every aspect of their career. So, have all these things published on your website if possible, and then stand true to that, whatever you have published. Take advantage of social media. There is now enough and more social media that is consumed by everybody. Facebook, LinkedIn. Nowadays, even Instagram is being used. TikTok was being used, but now it's banned in India, so it can't be used. Even WhatsApp for business has become very, very attractive now to attract great talent. Alumni pages, not many organizations do very good with alumni, but that's a fantastic place where you can get very good referrals from the people who have worked in your organization for a considerable amount of time and have moved on to better opportunities outside the organization. They can give fantastic referrals. They know what is the job that needs to be done and what kind of people will fit into which kind of department. Yeah. And also share success stories abundantly on social media. If something good is happening with the organization, keep sharing it, keep spreading love, and you get good talent. Create a talent pipeline. How? There are multiple ways of doing it. We will come to that when we speak next. Speak on every possible platform or forum that what's unique about your organization. Why is it a great place to work? Um, I'm not talking about the certification, but there are many organizations who do fantastic on the talent management, but they don't speak about it. So nobody knows. So, it's good to speak good about the organization wherever you go. Like, you are going to an HR conference, spread that part about your organization. Yeah, that builds a good forum and your company's reputation will start increasing. Have a good, fantastic leadership development program. Uh, uh, le- Again, there is a saying, people join good organizations and then leave bad managers. If you have a good leadership development in place, these leaders become talent magnets. They attract good people and then the organization flourishes. Again, something very big things. How about these are few questions that we can talk about. The talent acquisition person usually reports to the head of HR. Can that person report directly to the CEO? Is that a possibility? Will your CEO be okay with that? Uh, Time to think through, because talent acquisition person is the brand ambassador, first face that any candidate will touch upon in your organization. So is it a good idea? I think it is good. Whether your CEO is okay with it or not needs to be explored. Participate in industry specific events, like if you are in the machining industry, there is Imtex which happens in Bangalore. Even the Auto Expo which happens in Delhi attracts a lot of these great talent in that particular event and exhibitions. You should send your talent acquisition person there to scout for talent. Most of the organization do not do it and they lose out on that particular opportunity. The job descriptions have to be compelling. What is that great thing that people will do when they come into the organization? Write it down in the job descriptions. And also, how is the talent acquisition person's performance measured? Not based. It should not be based on how many candidates were sourced, how many candidates were interviewed, and how many candidates were selected. Can it be based on what kind of experience the candidate got when he or she came for an interview? Can we do that? Like Google does, Apple does, even Amazon does it. Even though they have multiple rounds of interviews, the talent acquisition person is rated only based on the experience which the candidate gets. They send out a survey for assessing measuring the performance of talent acquisition person. The questions are very simple. Did you have a great experience when you came for the interview? Talent retention. I will talk about talent retention now, and then I have one more presentation to make. Even I'll talk about talent retention there. Again, first things first, retaining starts with having a fantastic or a very good hiring plan. If you are hiring, urgently you need people, you just hire whoever you get, then your retention numbers are going to be very, very low. We know, all of us know this, right? Bad hire will cost organization a lot of money. There is actually a number to it. Between 30 and 40% of the employee's annual salary cost is what goes into bad hires cost. How is it so much? There is a time for a talent acquisition person, then the interview happens, the person is onboarded, you wait for it, right? They will have a notice period to serve, you wait for them. Meanwhile, you would have lost some business. You wait for them, then they come in, they take a lot of time to get adjusted. 2 months to 2.5 months is a normal time that people will get used to the organization. You keep paying salaries through that period, and then around 3 months, 3.5 months, you realize, oh shit, we have hired a wrong person. By that time, you would have already lost a lot of money. So, having a great hiring plan is a good starting point. Again, not retaining a great employee will also cost a lot of money. Again, there is a number to it, 50 to 75. I don't have basis for this, but this is what I read somewhere, and then that's the number that we can run with. Some more retention strategies: pat on the back, discuss issues behind closed door. It clearly is that if there is some good work which is happening, pat on the back in public. Everybody should know that there is an ego for everybody, small, big, whatever it is. And if there are any issues with the work, call them inside, close the door, and then speak to them. Reward very high performers, help the poor performers. Help means what? You try to understand what is their problem, and then try training them, hand holding them for some time, and then if they still don't improve, you clearly know that it's a bad hire. Promote from within and have some flexibility while deciding. How does that help? Again, help employee take on new roles and challenges. Any internal talent is the best person to take on promotions. Hiring from outside is good, but the best thing to have some managers is to have them grown within. Organically grown managers are always the best. Offer some perks, ears to the ground. That clearly means that listen to the employee problems. Just make them sit down, listen to them. It solves most of the problems. 60% of the problems, in my experience, I've seen is solved only by listening to them. That's it. You don't have to do anything. Just listen to them. They're happy. Somebody has listened to me. I think they will take action. Of course, you will have to take action, but not immediate action. But if you listen to them with a patient hearing, that's enough to solve that problem most of the time. Improve work company culture. We have spoken about the culture. Again, hire for cultural fit plus skill rather than just skill and references. Somebody referred you a good candidate, you just hire. No, don't do that. Does that person fit within your department or in the organization culturally is also important. Onboarding exercise, uh, participation from all the departments is very, very important. Like, I'll give a small example. In our organization, the IT team takes care of the technology onboarding. How does it help? There are do's and don'ts that needs to be done. Then there is a lot of access which needs to be given, SAP access, and then there are multiple softwares that my media organization works upon. Those are helped upon on the day one. So, the employee feels so happy that yes, I am into the system today itself and I am able to do my work better. It solves a lot of problem and the anxiety level of the employee will come down on the day one itself. Anybody will be anxious in the day one or in the first week. How do I work? Where do I go? What do I do? These questions will all stop if those particular departments, which the employee will work with, HR will help on, when is the salary date, what kind of leave eligibility is there, what are the insurances that we have, some general policy guidelines that needs to be done. Most important right now, which is POSH. The POSH presentation is shown, sign off happens, and then the tech team comes in, they explain everything. If that person works with any other department, like, then those department representatives should also be coming into the induction room and then inducting them into those particular aspects of their particular job. It gives a great feeling on day one itself. That's what is my experience. And then manager as a coach, there is no second thought on that. If manager can become a good coach, retention can happen. Also, every manager should have a KRA for retaining his team. It's not just hiring. How many people, what's the retention rate in the manager's team? Should also be part of the KRA. That will push the manager to actually retain good employees, and then this will help. Yeah, help them with the team skills, first time manager program. Again, a fantastic program to have. We can speak about it, sometime later. Interpersonal relationships within the team, manager should help the new joinee to have these interpersonal relationships, introduce them to everybody. A quick introduction will always do. This is Ramesh, this is Prakash, this is Rajiv, this is Devraj. No. If a small story can be built around, say, this is how this person works, this is what this person likes, and then the instant bonding can happen within the team, and then the new joinee will start feeling a part of the team, right? Help managers to become HR representative of their own team. Not within the HR team, but all other departments. Why can't the managers become HR representatives? HR is not HR's job. HR means everybody. Everybody is an HR in the organization. That's what I feel. Before we move on to the talent roadmap, any questions till now? I would be open to answering few questions, and then we will move on to talent management.
Sir, please say something about KRA related to retention and
KRA?
Yeah, you talked about. Yeah.
Sure. See, the retention KRA is, what is meant by KRA, right? Key result area. If at all a manager's KRA includes your team's retention rates have to be so much, or attrition rate within the team has to be, say, less than 5%. The manager will actually deliver on that particular aspect and then say, okay, I will retain my team no matter what will happen. So they will be choosy in terms of picking up who needs to be hired within the team, and then they will retain them also. So making it part of their KRA will help the organization also. Did I answer your question?
But that is not solely HR's, I mean, responsibility.
Sorry?
Managers are comes from various fraternity, various discipline.
Correct.
They have their
Every
lead
manager,
managers.
every
Yeah.
manager, every manager should have that KRA.
Yes, sir. That's fine.
Not only HR, every manager should have the KRA to retain their team. That is what I was trying to say. Is that clear?
Sure, sure.
Sir, one of the topic you mentioned, the talent acquisition team directly working with CEO.
No, I'm saying this is a drastic thought.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not
I have.
saying
I
it will
know
be
some
done.
of the companies have done that already.
Yes,
Some
yes,
of the companies have done that. In fact, we are also in that line of discussion today.
yes.
But for me, whether really CEO will have a time to oversee that function with
It is like this.
other business priority, that
It
is
is
actually a challenge.
it is a business priority. It is more of your employee branding, employer branding.
Mm.
As I told, the first person to interact with any candidate outside is the talent acquisition team.
Mm.
If they are working with CEO, they will talk like CEO. They know what is the next plans which is happening. All that will happen. There should not be any filter with the thoughts that CEO has on the branding of the organization. That's what is my thought.
Mm.
We are still a very long way. I understand, Prakash sir.
Yeah, yeah,
Very long way to go. Most of the HR heads will not want to leave it away. That's the easiest job to do, talent acquisition. So they'll want to keep it with themselves. But tough job also, getting
yeah.
talent.
I am exactly about to say that. Not so
Yes.
easy, actually.
Not so
It
easy.
depends on
Tough
industry to
also.
industry. Yeah,
Tough also.
yeah.
Getting great talent nowadays is very, very
Very,
difficult.
very difficult. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a thought. I think today or tomorrow we will move in that particular direction. Fine. Can we move ahead?
Yeah, I think let us move to next part.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's talk about talent management roadmap. Yeah. Again, talent management is a very, very big topic, huge topic. Can't be covered in 1 hour, 1 day, or even a couple of days. We will, try and touch upon few thoughts on what can be done, what is the best thing to do, and then maybe sometime when time permits, we can do one more session on advanced talent management, if that is okay. I have divided entire talent management into three pieces. Yeah, talent attraction, development, and retention. I'll talk more again on talent retention. These are again very drastic thoughts. What all can be done? Uh, some things which I have implemented. Some things, the organization's acceptance has to also be there to do. These are some of the thoughts that I have, and most of it was implemented during my Kems last company. Most of it we had done, but some is still work in progress. I still need a lot of budget for that, and then we will do it one day. I'll come back on my experiences, how it can be done. In three pieces again, talent attraction, development, and retention. Talent attraction, we have spoken already. What are the areas we can capture? Yeah, campus programs, lateral hires, referral programs, vocational institute. Nowadays, all my industry friends will agree, getting engineering graduates has become easier than getting people from vocational institutes. ITI and diploma people are in great demand. In fact, second year ITI students get booked for hiring in after they complete their third year. So it is so demanding right now, so much in demand. Short-term courses on skill developments, long-term we can look at co-branded programs like most of the organizations have joint diploma degree from reputed institutes and management institutes. Talent development is for people who are already within the organization. How do you do that? Again, I have divided into three pieces: senior level, mid-level, and junior. We will talk about it in depth. What all can be done at these three levels differently. It has to be done differently. What suits senior management will not be okay with middle and junior. Your strategies have to be so different for each of these levels that are. Talent retention, we have spoken about it. Can we look at compulsory leave period? Again, I have not been able to implement this, but this is one thing which some of the organizations do, especially MNCs do this very, very well. Yeah, this also gives way for succession planning. When that person is not there for say 2 weeks without any access, somebody will take over that role and then do that role well or not well. We will already know it whether we have a successor in place or not. So that's one thing that is to be tested with me. I have not tried that. Employee engagement program, employee assistance program, fast track career paths, surveys, rewards recognition, and then uh, career path for high potentials. Again, this is part of the succession planning. If some organizations do it very, very well, we will talk about it when we speak about succession planning. Talent attraction campus program, again, institutes can be like, NIFFT, NTTF. Again, I'm talking about the industry. We can talk about people from other streams also. This is mostly for the manufacturing setups that I am talking about, because that is where the most trouble in terms of attracting people is happening right now. Campus programs again have to be a very, very long strategy. Consistently, you need to keep hiring from those institute. Even if you hire one person, keep hiring, keep going back to that institute. Sorry, was that a question?
No, I think it is not a question. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So keep going back to that institute, build that reputation as a fantastic employer in that institute. Offer internships, very important. Let them have taste of what they will be offered when they come and work full time. Build campus ambassadors program. What does that mean? One of the interns can be given as a campus ambassador. That person will have access to all the departments within the organization. Anybody in that particular campus has any question can go to that person, and then he or she can introduce them to that particular departmental head, and then they can understand the nuances of that particular program. Even when we go there for hiring, this campus ambassador will be our key pivotal and the anchor between the industry, our organization, and the campus. So it really works well, because they will believe more of their own person. That campus ambassador says, no, it's a good company. This is what has happened in the last few years. They'll believe them more than a hiring manager telling that, no, we will take care of you, all that, right? Sponsor some competition and campus festivals. Be there, be present, be seen. Only then you will be able to attract the best candidates from that particular campus. Short-term training program for our own staff. Like, if it's an industry like, say, NTTF, our own staff can be sent there. Training can happen. And also some of the senior people from our industry can go to that campus and then become speakers on a particular topic. Then, it can also be library buildings or upgrades, sponsor on laboratory equipment. Be seen everywhere in the campus where you want to hire and attract great talent from. Joint development programs, R&D initiatives are very good. If say, I can take example of say Kems. NI, 1 minute. 1 minute, please hold on. Can you type in an yes in the chat box if you can see my screen?
Yeah, we can able to.
You can see. Okay, fine. So what I was saying was, be seen on the campus where you want to be, hiring great talent from. Just be seen all across. Talent attraction. How do you attract? This is for the freshers. How do you attract lateral hires? How do you attract good referrals? These are some of my thoughts. Strategy for mid and senior level. Have great succession planning program. Talent gaps, identify them, hire only for the gaps and promote from within. Yeah. And then you have campus hires who are coming in and then push them into the roles that are getting vacant. Areas to cover, headhunters, fantastic source for your senior level talent. Be in touch with them. They will know who is quitting, who is looking out in the market. Some of the great people can come from the headhunters. LinkedIn is a good source. If you do not have a company page on LinkedIn, you are missing out on an entire bunch of people who are fantastic. You are just missing them out. Market mapping, annual tracking. Market mapping, again, your talent acquisition persons, one of the KRA has to be mapping the market, your computation, what is happening. Gagan, I think you are, yeah. Mapping the market, who is sitting where, and then also tracking them, how are they moving on an annual basis. If somebody has moved to other organization, track that. Your existing employees, if you have a great culture, your existing employees can become your fantastic ambassadors. They are the best source to hire this. Yeah, referral programs strengthens employer brand through employees. Your employees will go and talk about it. Hey, why don't you come and join us? I can refer. People want to get referred, but again, I hold my thought there, because if you are looking at a drastic change within your organization, then do not look for referral programs. If you are looking for some quick fix and hiring only for culture, then look for referral programs. Shortlisting, this is an automatic thing which will happen in referral programs. You don't have to go through 100 profiles to get one good person. Your employee would have already done that. I know 3 people, but this is the person who will best suit. They'll come and refer that. Yeah. And I've given an example, a specialized position like, heat treatment plants. You need to have specific skills on that, and then referral programs will work best. For accounts, you don't need a referral program. Anybody, you can go pick it up from Naukri, or through, if it is a mid or a senior level hire, then go hire them from, LinkedIn or your market mapping, or from the competition, who will know what you are doing and what they are doing, both. Yeah. Referral bonus is an, attractive thing. Make it so attractive. I'm sorry, it's the ulta. Don't make it so attractive that people will stop doing their job and then start referring the other people for the money. Don't do it. It should be just enough to make it attractive, but not too attractive. Vocational institute, tie up with the local ITI institute, offer internships. Again, a great source for your frontline, machines, maintenance kind of a staff, or even your, general admin staff. But again, if you are looking at somebody in the long run, this is a place where you have to hire them. Yeah? Hiring institutes like GTTC, again specific, very very specialized skills. Go to them, hire them in the, or start interacting with them from the beginning. Catch them young when they come into the say first year. They also are having an onboarding program. Why don't you sponsor an onboarding program? Then the people will, the student from day one in the institute will already know that, hey, you know what, I should be joining this company. I think they are very good already. So from day one you can start catching them, and offering internships definitely will help a long way. Developmental programs, setting right KRAs, plant heads. Again, this is a fantastic thing. Performance management will have to start from the top. If that has to become the culture of performance in the organization, not the merit. It has to be merit based. Not that I am in this organization for say 10 years or 15 years, I should get this. No. If that person is doing well on the KRAs that are set, then that person will move ahead, or else they will stay where they are. If I would also propose, if they don't move anywhere for 3 or 5 years, I think it's time for them to move out. KRAs, once signed off, has to become part of the assessment criteria while preparing succession planning. Building these KRAs at the top is very, very critical. And you will need the blessings of the board, because they should be signing off what has to be the KRA for the top level people. And then it can start percolating down, and then till the areas. I would say, to begin with, if you do not have this particular practice in place, at least till a manager or assistant manager, everybody should have a very, very stringent KRAs, and they should be measured on that. And then it can percolate down in the coming years. Succession planning, key positions. Key positions, how do you know? You will not know it. HR people will think this is a key positions, but they are not. The management will tell you this is exactly my key position, like plant head, NPD head, uh, what else, QC, the sales head. In fact, there may be some operator also for a particular machine, which is a key positions, which HR may miss to or overlook. Is just an operator, will find one more operator. No, the management will know that this is a key machine, very important machine for my production, and then this operator is the only guy who knows it very, very clearly. So identify those key positions, and then start making a good succession planning through having multiple people get trained under, and then job rotations. All that can happen. Developmental strategies, again divided into, yeah, right, Praveen, you are right. CNC, VMC operators, not everybody. Again, no, there will be some machines where your key customer's product will be manufactured, and there will be one or two parts or products which will be having very high value. Maybe the margins for those two products will be say 70-80%. Those are the key operators which we will have to look for. Thanks for that pointer. Strategies for developing senior level resources. Again, make them guest lecturing. Why guest lecturing? When they go to the campuses, all these senior people, they will start interacting with the students. They will in turn learn from the students. What are the new things that are happening? What is the new technologies that are coming up? What are the kids nowadays looking at? What is important for the new generation which is coming in? that will enable them to learn better skills when they come back, and then they will ponder upon that and then start building upon those particular skills. Creating opportunities for them to mentor young and smart campus hires. When they come for internships, can we offer, if the senior level resources, senior person in our organization, do they have bandwidth? Even if they have, say, 1 hour or 2 hour bandwidth per month, you should allow them to mentor one or two young talent. That will help. Yes, yes, Prakash. You are right. Key positions is also two things. One is business critical. Second one is difficult to hire. Both. Mentoring programs. Yeah, but before we allow them to mentor, uh, we should qualify to be that person to become a mentor. Not everybody is a good mentor. Like a great performer cannot become a great manager. Otherwise, also not all all great managers are not great individual performers. So mentoring, before allowing them to mentor, you should qualify them. Are they good mentors or not? If not, again they need to just go through a mentoring program themselves, and then maybe trained as a coach, and then they can become a good mentor. Career opportunities for self development, developmental goals, push them to have one or two developmental goals in the performance management programs. That will actually help them to push the boundary themselves and then build upon new skills. Certifications, again, a great part. Some senior executive can be picked up for senior leadership. See, if at all you have group companies, job rotations will be very, very important for them to have fresh thoughts coming in, new ideas coming in. But they need to be willing. They need to have strategic views. Uh, if it is beneficial to the business, just push them into unfamiliar areas. They'll come back bright and shining. That is for sure. Yes, additional projects. Correct. And also, before promoting them, you need to be telling them very, very clearly. You need to be exposed with two functions and two units. What worked very well for me, I can just quote an example, was a 3x3x3 matrix. What does it mean? Three functions, three different locations, and 3 years each. So it also helps me to retain that particular fantastic talent for say 9 years. And the 10th year, that person can be pushed into the senior level. Like if say somebody is moving around at a senior manager or an AGM level, if he or she has to be promoted to VP, put this 3x3x3 into place and then say, look, we are willing to do this, but you need to go through three functions, three units in different locations, and then 3 years each. And then you can become a vice president or a president, or even taken into the board based on the organization's requirement. Any questions till now?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
1 hour is almost over. Okay, we can conclude. You can take 5 minutes, and then we'll have a question and answer session
Sure,
at the end.
sure. I'll just run through the rest of the slides.
Yeah.
I'll share these slides. If anybody has questions, then we can talk about it. Yeah. This is for mid-level. Again, some kind of a matrix that has been put. Not as stringent as the senior level resources, but something which can be looked at. Yeah. And then different strategies for junior level people also. Yeah. But for junior level, make them part of the CFTs, the cross-functional teams, and improvement projects, where they will learn through other departments what is happening, and then they learn some better skills which needs to be picked up. and then retention initiatives again. I can keep on putting my thoughts on retention. There is no right or wrong in retention strategies, but retaining great talent is a must for any organization, is what I will say. Thank you. Any questions? I can start taking them now.
Dear participants, can you unmute yourself? Because earlier we restricted the mute option. Prakash, can you unmute yourself?
They can unmute. Yeah, they can unmute and talk.
Yeah.
There is one question from Ramesh. Due to seasonal industry, how to hire technical skilled employee or whether contractor employees, those are skilled promoted? What is the benefit?
Seasonal industries, you need to have a talent pool in place. They must invest in that. There is no other. I don't think there is any other formula. If you do not have a talent database, which are required for that particular skill, then it's difficult. And also having some bench strength. Not many organizations will be able to invest in having a bench strength. Having a good database is good. Attrition, yeah, Srilata, attrition in a small organization. If at all, somebody is able to crack that particular question, then they'll become the gods. Talent, attrition. I've shown that in the past. In my earlier slides, have some hire for cultural fit. Hire people who will fit into the organization. Just don't hire because they are very, very good. Don't hire them. If they will fit into the organization, they are the people who will stay also. And also have, I do one thing in my team, that I have one trainee. I have a very small team to run. I have about 10 people, HR team. One trainee is in my team at all the time. So that is the person who will be your stopgap arrangement in case of there is anybody who is leaving the organization in between. Does that answer the question, Srilata?
Yes, Mr. Rajeev. Yes.
Thank you.
I mean, unfortunately, the culture of the organization also matters.
Yes.
And in the past, they were very lenient about it, and with the kind of attrition. And since it's a sales force and a marketing kind of an organization, they would create more damage to the organization, like, taking away the customer base. And, they know the quotes, the bids that they do and all that. And they created more damage. To avoid that, they made a damage control of relieving them much earlier than the normal stipulated time of 60 days or 30 days or whatever. But later on, they have found this to be a kind of a trend. Like people misusing it. Like, everyone coming up with a reason and misusing the thing.
I would also suggest, Srilata, I would also propose have one the CUG connections. Earlier we all used to get that CUG connection.
Correct.
So have it for every salesperson in your organization.
Okay.
No matter who they are, they have to use that particular SIM for doing organization's work. In that way, even if the person leaves, the calls will come back to the organization.
Correct.
That can be thought about.
Yeah, let me tell you something. They have this system of CUG. Number one, they give the day one when the employee joins, they give them the SIM. And they also have retained their mail IDs. They have not deleted them for 6 months, 1 year, if they're handling key accounts.
Yes.
Even to those key accounts that they handle, the kind of bids that they have shared. But still, they find it as a challenge, and they are a little worried. Like, whenever someone puts a paper, they create so much of ruckus in that notice period. They say, Arey Baba, you please go in 30 days only. We don't want you. We don't want your payout. We don't want anything.
You should look at your hiring strategies. I think you should maybe, in a long run, have a good hiring strategy in place. I think that will help.
Okay.
I think
Thank you. Thank you.
thank you very
Yes.
much. We'll
Thank
take
you,
up
Mr.
other
Rajeev.
questions.
Thank you. Thank you.
Present
Sir, good
generation.
evening. I'm Kiran here. Hello.
Hi, Kiran. Hi, Kiran.
Hello. Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Sir, thank you so much for this wonderful session, sir. Actually, my question is, see, we spoke a lot about, employee culture and talent retention and all these things. See, now in this modern scenario, we have got two different cultures prevailing in the industry. Like one is manufacturing and another one is the IT sector. Where in manufacturing it is 6 days working, and in IT sectors, and even now few of the industries, manufacturing industries also are turning out to be the 5 days working for the staff. But in this
Yes.
scenario, right, but still many of the manufacturing industries are continuing to have these 5 days working, right? So this cultural change, actually, how do we handle this? And there are instances that a couple of key talents we have lost also for that. So what would be your suggestion for this?
I don't have a quick fix solution for this, Kiran. Your management will need to be willing to do that. There is an extra effort from the management that is required. If they are
Okay.
willing to do that, only then it will happen. You are an HR person.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Very few things you can do to change from 6 days to 5 days. You can only
Okay.
propose it, but yeah, in fact, I'll tell you something. In Deccan Herald Prajavani, we have made it 5 days a week. How have we done that? Rotation. This is a regular rotation which will happen. Every person will get 2 days off in rotation.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
again, it's an investment from the organization that is required. So you need to hire little 1 or 2 more employees
Mhm.
to replace your main resources when they are on time off.
Weekly off. Yeah. Sure, sir. Thank you so much for that. It helps.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, good evening. Sir, Venkatesh here. Sir,
Yes, sir.
special thanks to NIRATHANKA to organizing a fortnightly, training, which is help us set our paternity. And thanks for your very informative session, sir. My question is with respect to employee engagement. Actually, I'm working with the manufacturing sector. Okay, whenever we are organizing the employee engagement activities, the pulling staff members is challenging. Do you have any idea or suggestion on this, sir?
What is that your employees want? See, I go back to my college days.
Okay.
It is not about priorities. We always loved to play around when we had free time. When we wanted to play, we will make ourselves free, right? So it is
Yes,
like
sir.
that.
Yes, sir.
What is that your employee wants? Maybe your employee engagement activity itself is not interesting. Have you thought about it?
No, sir, it's very
Check.
attractive only, but that is correct, sir. As you rightly said, yes. We need to do
Maybe
the,
they don't want it.
yes,
Venkatesh, you feel it is very attractive.
yes.
Yeah. Do they want it? If they want it, they'll definitely make time. Maybe you need to think
Okay.
differently for the engagement activities.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
See, Venkatesh, what 1 or 2 things we did is we identified people from different functions or different teams, and they represent them. They take participation in deciding the event, administering the event, and they are the one who are the young guys and who have got influence in the peers. So when they are there, they will just pull some people to that event. Second one, there are some leaders also you can be part of your event and initiative where it can attract more people also. And as Mr. Rajeev said, yeah, what they really want and what are we really doing it.
Yes, okay. Thank you, Prakash. Actually, even we formed a committee for that, but still is not meeting management expectation. That is the reason. As Rajiv sir said and you said, let me we
Yeah.
will think exactly what they need in their point of view. Thank
Given
you.
the opportunity, everybody wants a good kind of events, right? But if they are not really coming, means really go back and see what is relevant for them.
Okay. Thank you,
Yeah,
Prakash. Thank you.
yeah, it is really in any every organization similar situation we are facing, but as suggested by Mr. Prakash, it's a very good idea. Engaging and involving all the department people, it will be very good so that they will pull the people. So HR, that's a very good idea, Prakash. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, I think we
Yes.
have taken more than an hour. If there are one or two last questions, we can take up. Any questions from the chat? Yeah, chat, there is no question. Yeah. I think many people are asking on the PowerPoint presentation.
I will share this to you. You can
Yeah.
share it in the.
Thank you. And yeah, some of the appreciation, Ramesh, and for his team. Thank you. It keeps motivating the team to take up future sessions and organizing it. Okay, so Ramesh, you are there?
Yes, Prakash, I am there.
Okay.
I think we can conclude, Prakash.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Rajiv sir, for
Thank you, Prakash.
insightful session, and you keep it whatever is able to do it, and I think I can able to see it comes from your practicing experience. Rather, I funda sharing it, whatever doable, and you have done, and you are sharing with your own wisdom and experience. I think that is very important. A lot of takeaways on attracting people. I personally got a lot of insight on that and developing the people and the retention. Yeah, if all of us can focus on these areas, I think definitely you will have a better seat with the management, and your influence as a HR person, manager, or the leader, or even for an entry level HR professionals. So thank you for this insightful sessions and your wisdom sharing, Raju sir.
Thank you.
And
Thanks, Prakash, and thank you, Ramesh, very much.
yeah,
Thank you.
we thank everyone who participated across India, and also our co-host, business manager, HR at 8 p.m. and also the BUSWA, and many of our BUSWA members also has joined. People have joined across Karnataka also. I can hear Shivaya, Ningangouda, and they are also available from North Karnataka. Thank
One
you
of
all.
the person from Dubai also joined in the
Yeah.
message. Somebody posted.
Yeah. Interesting. Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Have a great time.
Thank you, Prakash, Ramesh ji. It's a very good initiative. And, I think we will have to pull many people for such session. It's very good initiative. And, it's upskilling. We can refresh ourselves. And, today's presentation was very important. Thank you,
Yeah.
Rajesh. Thank you all.
Thank you, Raju sir, for accepting our invitation, and you made it. And once again, we'll invite you for one more session. Thanks for your time and your presentation, sir. Thank you. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.